everybody, and welcome to episode 14. Right now, it's really hot in Texas, but I'm taking a shower and I wanted to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. Okay, so the first step is we built the shower frame out of plywood. Now we have to make it waterproof. So we're adding, there we go. We're adding this flashing tape, which is all weather, totally waterproof. People use it on the outside of their windows. We're using that on the edges. We're also gonna go over it with a membrane that I have over in the garage. And then finally, we're gonna add plastic panels. So it should be like completely waterproof, 100%, never gonna leak, never gonna cause any water damage.
Never gonna get you up.
You know, you just gotta be extra careful with a shower in a van, because if that wood gets wet, it's gonna get gross real fast. Okay guys, so I'm finished with the flashing tape in the shower. I put it on any cracks, any screw holes, anything that could possibly let water in. That's step 1 of 3 for the tanking of the shower. And we're gonna move on to step 2, which is applying a waterproof membrane. So before I start the membrane process, I'm gonna have to open up all the windows and doors in the van because it's basically a toxic chemical and I don't wanna be inhaling it in such a small space. Okay, so I'm on to step 2, which is putting the membrane on. It's that blue gunky stuff. And I'm gonna kind of show you what I'm doing. I have this, I don't know what it's called. It's called a membrane fabric, but basically it's this waterproof, I think I call it a tape sometimes, but it's not a tape, it's kind of just cloth. What I'm doing is, for all the seams, we're kind of like doubling up with the flashing tape and with this. So I cut a sheet of it. I basically roll on a layer of the membrane, and then I take the membrane sheet, waterproof stuff, and I kind of press it on there, and I should be wearing this. I press it on to that, and then I'll roll a layer on top. That should kind of make this whole thing waterproof. So it's gonna be a big blue box when we're done. You can kind of tell some parts that are drier are a little darker, and when it's all dry, we're probably gonna do a second coat. And then we're gonna add plastic on top of everything. So if any water gets through the plastic, at least our plywood is totally waterproof. Okay, that's enough for now. Bye-bye. Oh, okay, I can dig this off for a second. And I just wanted to show you my finished project. It's very blue. All the way from the floor, all the way to the ceiling. So that's the first layer of the membrane, which remember is step 2. And then on to step 3, which is the panels. And then hopefully by at the end of this video, we're gonna test out our water in the shower. And it's gonna flow, and it's gonna be watertight, and it's gonna be amazing, okay? So stay tuned, it's happening. But that's all I got for tonight.
Hey everybody, we got Katie's shower going right here. It's actually really pretty. It's this turquoise color, which is her tanking that she's been doing. She's got another coat of that to do later this evening. But I'm gonna continue working with cabinets. We've left off over there with the big bed cabinets, and I just built this cabinet for the solar charge controller, and we also are gonna put a couple of shelves right in here. But right now, I just got back from Lowe's with a big giant 2x8 board that we're gonna use across here for a shelf. So I'm gonna cut that, and then I'm gonna stain it, which is gonna be the first thing stained that we put in the van. But we got a lot of things staining going up as we go in the next couple of weeks here. Right now, I'm about to cut that big board and stain it up. So let's go figure out what that situation is gonna look like. All right, so I have this nice big solid board. It's pretty heavy. I need to cut it to the right size, and then we're gonna sand the heck out of it, and then I'm gonna stain it. And I don't really know much about staining, but it's gonna pretty it up and make it darker. Okay, so I sanded this board. It is smooth as butter. Now I'm gonna stain it. Okay, so that board is sanded. I set it down over there to dry. I mean stained, of course, and it looks pretty nice. We're gonna make it look nicer with some more coats. But let's check in on Katie. She's been in there continuing to tank the shower. She's doing a second coat right now on that. Katie, how's it going in here?
It's going great. So, I'm doing coat number 2 of the membrane. I am adding more of that fabric stuff because I wanted the corners to be really secure, and it's going pretty well.
Cool.
Should be done tonight with this part. Just step 3 left.
Yeah, look at that. All right. Woohoo! And then we're gonna add some, well, I'll actually take you over to see that right now, really quickly. There's this stuff right here. But this is just waterproof material that we're gonna put on the inside of the shower, and that's gonna be really good. But for right now, what I need to do so that I can stay busy and continue this project is paint. So I'm gonna be painting the tongue and groove wall panels that we've gotta be cutting and putting up at some point in the near future here. So whitewash paint, here we come. It's another day. The task that I'm currently working on, because all that painting stuff can kind of be done little by little along the way. This is the kitchen countertop. This butcher block is intimidating and it needs to be perfect. And I've practiced and practiced with that circular saw, so hopefully it's all gonna pay off and this is gonna come out as a nice perfect countertop table here. After I cut it, of course, I'm gonna still have to cut the hole for the sink and for the faucet and everything, but getting this the right shape is going to be a big load off of my mind. So let's get to work here and try to cut straight lines. That's perfect. I have to cut out the hole for the sink now, and I'm going to measure that out with a marker. Alright, so the sink fits nicely. The next step is going to be drilling a hole for the faucet. Ta-da! All right, we got a kitchen countertop. It's all dry fit right now and unstained, but that doesn't look half bad. And that's a good example of what our kitchen is gonna be like. All right, on to next step. I think I'm gonna sand this down and then stain it up. And then we're gonna move on to other important key components to get the water running in the shower.
Hi guys, welcome to step 3 of our shower build. So we've got this big plastic panel here, and what we need to do is we need to cut it to size and then glue it to the wall of the van. Not too complicated, but this board is a little tricky to deal with. It's a little bit too flimsy for a saw and too sturdy for scissors. I'm still trying to make it work with scissors. It's going okay. We've got a back panel, a side panel, and now I'm working on this side panel here. So let's do it. Okay, so I kind of got it cut. I still have to trim it up a little bit. But I hate dealing with this plastic paneling. It is so annoying. Not bad at all. Let's get that trimmed up and then we'll glue it on with some liquid nails. All right, everybody, check that out. Woo, woo. So it's all trimmed up, glued into place. It's got the trim on, and now all that's left to do is the sealing here. Woo, 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 liquid nails. All right, so I've got to wait here and make sure that this doesn't fall while it's drying. And I think once it's dry, we're gonna turn on the shower.
All right, guys, we've got a lot of work done, not on camera here, trying to finish out this so that we can have our grand finale, which we are about to reveal. Katie, what are we about to do?
We are about to turn on our shower for the first time ever.
All right, so we got a couple of switches to flick. Let's get you a better angle, and here we go to finish out this episode of our van build.
All right, everybody, we are ready. Adam is plugging the sink hole drain with his thumb, and we're gonna turn on our shower. But first, we have to turn on the water pump. Let's do it. I hear water. Oh! Oh my God, it's working! Okay, I'm gonna turn it off.
All right, guys, that is gonna do it for us today. Today for this week, really.
Yeah, for this week.
We got a lot of things done. We didn't get a lot of full, complete projects, but we got a lot of big pieces taken care of.
Definitely.
We probably look really washed out right now with all the lights up over our head and this white shower, changing the white balance and all that.
But if you couldn't tell, it's night because we are building this van and we've got a deadline and
we got to get things done now.
Yeah, gotta get things done.
So
thanks for watching. Give this a like, share it.
Subscribe to our channel. Come with us for the rest of this journey. Delirious. We're getting pretty close to the end of this build here.
We're so close.
A couple more episodes left, and then we're gonna have a tour and go through everything we've done for the whole, whatever, 16 weeks it's been. But that's gonna do it for today. We will catch you guys next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Over there, starting up.
Oh, I hear it.
And then let's...
What the f is happening?
Turn it on. Come on.
Stop, stop, stop! Turn it off. Oh, wait. Turn it off! It is off, isn't it? Wait, no. Yeah, that's
I got a lot of built-up pressure back here. Open the valves or something if they're not working. There it goes.
We have it closed the whole time.
Oh, God.